Hey tubers! Welcome back for another adventure. Today I'd like to finish up on this bayou. There are a few things left to do. So first and most importantly, we need to figure out if the engine still has compression. You guys remember it wouldn't start, only 60 psi of compression. I squirted some oil in there, gave it some starting fluid, and luckily it did manage to start. It seems to have a lot more compression, but we'll put the compression gauge on there and see what it comes up with. So here is a dry, cold compression test. Right, I didn't start this up today. I've just put the jump pack on. Wow. What is that, 145? So to go from 60 to 145 by just starting up and running for a few minutes is amazing. Must have been at some point somebody washed the walls, so to speak. Between using starting fluid in this thing and perhaps the carburetor was flooding, I'm not sure, but the walls must have been dry and the rings must have been a little bit stuck. And since starting and running it for a few minutes, the compression went from 60 to close to 150, call it 145. This thing has more than enough compression to run. And you guys also saw when it was running, it wasn't smoking like a bandit or anything. It was just running pretty good and not smoking bad at all. So its next problem is it just doesn't roll. And I think you might hear the front brakes are kind of one way. If you squeeze this, the brakes come on and they don't come off. So I'm going to have to jack it up, pull off the front wheels, and get that loosened up. It's just, quite honestly, not rideable. Okay, listen. I'd say that's dragging. So let's get those wheels off and see what we could do. I'm pretty sure everyone could figure out how to get the front wheel off. Now for the caliper, two 12 millimeter bolts. Right, take them off. Not all that hard to do. Recommend not losing them. It's so tight on there, I'm going to have to pry that off. So I put the clamp on it, and what you do is push on the outer shoe. It pushes against the inner shoe and collapses the cylinder. There's not too much brake fluid in it. I did oil that up a little bit. And it did seem to move, and then I squeezed that. It's stiff, and it came out again. So it's good to see the wheel cylinders are not boogered up, not seized. So I'm going to put that back on there in a loose form, and I think it'll roll much better. I really didn't service the brakes. I just pushed the wheel cylinders back, but one could see that it'll roll much easier. Okay, I got air in the tires, I got it rolling. Right, she's all set to go. I put a gas tank on it using the newer portable CDI box. This is a cold start. If it's with me. running. I gotta smash the GoPro on and we'll get it out for a ride. It doesn't sound great. We'll see how it runs. Okay, let's try for a little ride out of this thing. See how it's feeling. I got the idle up a little bit, so I don't think I'm going to be able to drive it through this obstacle course. It's easier to kind of run it through like this. Right when I pop it into gear, it's going to take off, so might as well just give it a quick little push. Now that it rolls easy. You know, I tweaked the timing on it, and I'm wondering if now it's a little off in the other direction. I might just have to go back and hop it back again. All right. The automatic clutch is not working. It's a little bit of a gear banger. It's full of oil. That's been checked. I'm in second. I got a thump on a tire. You can feel that. I'm going to take it a little easy on the first lap. Yeah, this carburetor is a little strange, or I have an intake manifold leak. Seems a little lean on the wind up. It's kind of strange feeling on the turn too. Feeling a little buzz from the right hand back wheel. Could be the brake. Trying to figure out if my clutch is back. The automatic clutch still isn't working. Maybe after a couple of laps. Yeah, it doesn't romp too bad. Yeah, it is banging the gears a little bit. Got a little feeling like four-wheel drive noise. Maybe the rear end's low on oil, or maybe you got some water in it. It seems to be dragging a little. Anyway, so it does move. This thing came with its plastic. You can see that it has a recoil starter on it, and it does have a seat that's somewhat okay. I'm going to call it okay. It's not great. I've seen them a lot worse, though. So I think I can sneak through here. I just turned it off. Guess we're going to find out if it pull starts, eh? I might actually have to use the compression release. See if it works. Nice! Huh? Well, I didn't have to tow it. Huh. That was bad. Excuse my language. Anyway, we have arrived, and that chair is no longer with us. So I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and sometimes breaks are a good thing. Bye now.